Hey guys, so like I promised, I was going to share what this whole year has been like living in San Diego and living behind Hollywood. So I'm really excited to just share with you right now. And let's start from the beginning. Well, yeah, it is the beginning. Anyways, so I left Hollywood August 4th, yeah. Which was 2015, so I've been here for a year now. And it was pretty scary, especially having to leave so much behind, like my own TV show and my boyfriend at the time, who I used to be with for 3 years. And a lot of people can't comprehend why I am where I am today. They're like, what happened to the TV show? What happened to your boyfriend? What happened to everything? It seemed like you were going somewhere. And the funny thing is that even though it seemed like I was going somewhere, I have never felt so alive like the way I do now. And to be honest with you, I may not be doing exactly what I used to, but I actually feel like I'm going somewhere, places I've never thought or imagined I could be. I'm more full of life and I have a purpose and I know where I'm going. I don't know exactly where because God is in control, but right now I have a more clear vision than I ever have. So I left it all behind for a God I couldn't see. I had to trust and believe that there was something greater than myself because everything I was doing just didn't seem right. I remember one day sitting on set and thinking to myself, like, is this it? Like, is this all there is to life? Because I was only 21 and having my own show. And for me, even when I was like 14, that was my dream. And I knew I was going to have it. I just thought it was going to happen when I was in my 40s. And just realizing that I had that at such a young age and what seemed like everything, what I wanted, my dream, it didn't mean anything. I just felt so empty. So after the show, I did end up meeting a few weeks after while recording an awesome woman from here in San Diego. And she wanted to record a commercial to be a part of my TV show. And she went out to Hollywood to have a meeting with me, a business meeting. The funny thing is that this business meeting ended up turning into her sharing how God had remained so faithful in her life and how amazing he had been just because she trusted him. And I remember thinking to myself, like, that's exactly what I want. I want to be able to trust in God and see him move in my life in the way he's moving in her life. She would take leaps of faith and see how God would move. For example, she came to San Diego to start a business and she did it, and she just took that leap of faith and how the finances came in for that business and different things that started happening in her life from just taking that step of faith and trusting in God. And it got me excited. I was like, well, wow, like, even though I'm in a good place and I have money and everything I've always wanted, I don't feel good about myself. And I realized I didn't feel as good as I wanted to because I didn't have God and because I wasn't trusting in God and because God was not my solid foundation. So I had to come to a realization that if I chose God, I couldn't keep what I had because living for God and being fully committed and all in meant that I couldn't live the way I was living, which was, sleeping with my boyfriend without being married. And I couldn't have my TV show because my boyfriend was a part producer of it as well. So if I chose God, that meant I was going to have to leave it all behind and follow a God that I didn't believe in, but I just wanted to get to know and I wanted to commit my life to because I knew he was great. And from the story I heard from her and other stories, that's when I realized, like, that's the God in heaven who I want to live for. And I went home after talking to her and I got on my knees and I said, God, I'm a coward and I like money and I like my boyfriend and I like sleeping with him more than I like you, and I don't trust you because I want to live my way and I want to have what I have, and I would like to have you too, God, but I know that I can't have this life and then have you, God, if I'm going to be all in. So I decided to tell God, look, God, if you're really real, then give me a sign. Show me, God. Show me that you're real and that you want me to live with you, like, for you, because other than that, I can't leave this life behind. I can't leave my money, my everything for something I don't see or fully trust in or believe. So So God only took about 2 weeks to rock my world every single day during those 2 weeks. He showed up in my life. He brought people into my life that showed me that he was real, that he was present, that he was listening to me. So I decided to tell my boyfriend I was going to leave him. And I explained to him, and he even said, fine, if you want to live like for God and you're saying you want this, then I'll marry you. But the moment I realized he asked me to marry him, I realized that I loved him, but I also wanted to experience who God was, and I wanted to do this walk on my own, and I just wanted to have faith and see how God would work it all out for me. And I just knew that if he was a man for me, then God would bring it back. And so far it's been a year and he's not back in my life, and I am so happy on my own. And so I left him. I left the show behind. I left all my security, all my money behind, and I needed a fresh start. So I chose San Diego because I was like, well, you know, there's a beach and I can learn how to surf, and it's so close to the border. My mom lives in Rosarito. I had never been to San Diego, but I came here without knowing nobody, without knowing where I was going to work. I had no idea what was going to happen. I only had a certain amount of money to be able to survive for like a month. But I just took that leap of faith, and I knew that I could, if I jumped, if God didn't catch me, then I was gonna have to figure it out. But I just trusted. That was the first time ever that I trusted that he was gonna catch me, and he definitely did catch me. It's been a year now, and it's been so amazing. I've met so many amazing people. I've never in my life have felt so loved like I do now. I have beautiful people in my life. I have an awesome church that I go to. I even started a ministry called Creative Minds for God. And I have a cool job. I really do enjoy it. Also, I'm back to making YouTube videos after 1 year, so I'm really excited. And so many things are happening. Actually, in 2 days, I'm speaking at my first conference as a public speaker. My dream is to be a public speaker and also an author. So I've seen how God has been remaining faithful. And the best part is that I have learned my identity. I am more confident than I ever have been. Before, I used to be a happy person and really positive. But the thing is that even though I was positive and happy, I never had genuine happiness. It wasn't something that just flowed. When your cup is flowing with love and happiness, it wasn't that. It was something I had to force myself to do. But I don't force myself to be happy. I am happy. I'm at peace. I live such a joyous life. And the reason why, it's because I get to experience how awesome God is. I get, for the first time, I actually have friends that are real, that are awesome, and that love on me, and that don't want to gain something from me because they accept me and want to see me grow. And also, I'm in a ministry school. It's been such an amazing experience. I've been taking a lot of steps of faith, but God shows up every single time. He has never let me fall, and everything's been so good. I just really, if you're watching this and this is speaking to you, and you just feel in your heart that you want to take steps of faith, then do that prayer. Tell God that you don't know how to do this on your own, and that you need him to show up in your life. And you know what, if you need prayer or anything, let me know. I'm here for you. And I just wish you guys the best. Thank you so much for watching this video, and may God bless you in everything you do. And I will see you guys soon.